I've always wanted to be an architect since I was, say, 2, maybe even 3. So I'm 6 of 7 of my mother's children, and um, all of my older siblings were homeschooled. And when I was about 2 or 3, I would draw on the floor, and I would ask my older brother, Amin and Farouk, to draw me a house and a car so I can color it in. So this is how I know I was so young because I couldn't even fathom drawing it myself, right? But I've always loved to draw. And someone told me, actually, I recently found out my grandmother told me that I should be an architect. And in fact, she not 6 months ago she told me this, and I was actually telling this story I'm telling you now, and to her, and she's like, she stood up. My grandmother's like 90 in her mid 90s, and she's like 5'1" or 5'2", and like 90, 100 pounds or something, and she stands up and she's like, Tariq, that was me telling you you're going to be an architect, right? And of course I'm like, babe, do you hear this? This is totally full circle. So I've always wanted to be an architect, and I really didn't get the opportunity to be exposed to architecture or anything close to it until until I was like 24, 25, and that was because I made the decision to go there, right? Prior to that, I went to college for occupational therapist assistant. Who would have thunk it, right? Right, that's a word. So, um, yeah, and that's only because my older brother, he went into physical therapy, right? And the college I went to, the junior college I went to, that was the closest thing to what he was doing. So I could see myself doing something that he was doing. However, if my brother was an architect, I would have went directly into architecture. So that's kind of where some of the spirit of exposing children to architecture and design kind of comes from.